Hello, my friend Rick Rushton. How are you doing today?
Like everybody, Leanne, I think I'm just narrowing my focus, getting it through hour by hour, day by day. I don't think I'm going week by week at the minute, I can assure you. It's just keeping it very, very narrow. But thankful for your daily updates because I feel like I'm right across what's going on in real estate, not just in New South Wales, but across Australia. So thank you for your
Oh,
regular morning updates.
thank you. That's my absolute pleasure. I haven't done one yet this morning because there was so much sort of a bit out there on the commercial front, but I will do one. I will do another one very, very soon. And so your business, wow, being a speaker and a trainer in the COVID-19 world is a bit interesting. What's that
Yep.
looking like for you now?
Well, obviously the main events are gone. So anything that was a major conference, I was meant to be in Hong Kong on the 31st of last month, being March. Obviously, that those sort of bigger events, Leanne, are gone. But what I've just found is like real estate agents having to go from open for inspections and auctions in the field to online. A lot of my training's just gone online. I've done Zoom, this Zoom platform that everyone seems to just be finding out about now in isolation. Has been my go-to platform for the better part of 2 years. So I'm really fortunate to be able to continue on that way. So at the moment, it's just readjusting. Have I lost some business because of it? Absolutely. Have I created new business models going forward? You bet. And so, of all the difficulty and the challenge, there are some opportunities and solutions. And part of that's just taking all my training online.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is the silver lining for you out of this?
Well, I think that it just sped up a lot of things that were on my mental to-do list, right? So, never had time jumping around on planes and Qantas clubs and all that sort of stuff. But now the commute from my bedroom to the ensuite, hit the shower, jump into some sort of business attire as best I can when I'm on a Zoom day. What I think happens is that gets you very much into business mode pretty quickly. And so, for me, I've aligned a lot of my training with the Teachable platform, which is an online learning platform. So people can sort of access a lot of the stuff that we've recorded, from prospecting, listing, negotiating, selling real estate, all the fun stuff. It's just all available through the website now, and you pay a one-off fee and you can go on and sit through all the tutorials. And so
fantastic. That's awesome.
Yeah, which wouldn't have happened if I was jetting around. So I think...
Well, I mean, look how long it took you to get around to writing a book. Come on. How long was that going to take you?
Well, I thought that was only one courageous conversation I'd ever have with you. But yeah, that was about 20 years in the making, as you know more than most. And so, and the irony is my publisher is saying, surely you've got time now to have a crack at the next one we want from you. And I kind of, I really haven't. It's been staggering just how full on, what I find was a day in Zoom is like, and a week in COVID is almost like a month in any other time frame. So
I know.
I
don't know about you, but by the end of it, because I'm on Zoom all day pretty much as well, and by the end of it, I'm just feeling wiped out.
Yeah, I got to say, I feel like I'd be easier if I was chasing a plane and interacting out of hotel rooms and stuff like that. I feel like I've actually been more zapped with what we do on Zoom. Having said that, it's good because it keeps everything sort of fresh. You tend to be thinking about what's the messaging today, and because this is such a moving beast. I mean, the market we've got today was different to the market we had last month. And, my view is it's almost an hour by hour, day by day, week by week proposition at the moment. So it forces you to really start coming up with dialogue, which, to be honest, Leanne, is just a rehash of what we used to talk about during the 2008 GFC, or, I'm a little bit older than some of your membership, clearly, but I can remember back to when deregulation was going to be the end of the world, Y2K was going to be the end of the world, as we knew. So it's really just, it's an analog challenge in the digital world. And I think, lucky we've got the digital technology to answer it, because I think without Zoom, and I think without, most of the other technology that's out there, I think I would be certainly irrelevant today. So it's pretty handy to have that opportunity to make that happen. So
it would certainly be a different world, right, without the technology that we've got.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, when I first got into real estate, the high tech advantage there was a fax machine, so if you really stop and think about it, we're in a really cool space right here, right now, to have all the things at our disposal. We can still transact properties. And the end goal is still the same. The way we deliver it's changed, but I think we're very, very fortunate. And through great work like real estate leaders like you, and obviously Adrian Kelly, and all the people I see in our industry that are stepping right up. None of you signed up for this, but you're all actually operating in it. And I think you're keeping the government in tune with the fact that, hey, we'll follow, you tell us the rules and we'll follow them, but don't go making sweeping statements about, can't evict anyone for 6 months. And that's
Exactly.
interpreted by some as meaning, oh, great, I have to pay rent for 6 months.
I've literally just emailed the minister just before we jumped on this call to say, you need to come out and you need to come out now and give people some kind of idea about what is going to happen with residential rents, because it's just carnage out there. The poor property managers, it's just such an emotional space. They need some direction.
Yeah, and look, I coach one of the best property management team leaders in the country. She's got more than 6,000 rentals. So it's an amazing job that she has. And each day I'm actually just filtering her an email every day, just saying, no updates yet. You just get on with what you're doing. And if there's anything that changes, like the one earlier this week with the commercial real estate guidelines, I'll let her know about that. She keeps on sending me back, oh, thank God, you're saving me so much time to try and find out what's going on.
Nice.
Just keep your head down. You just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep updating you as best that we possibly can. But I think, the message I think that I'm sort of saying to everyone I speak to, coach, train, or whatever is, my message is there's no time for small talk. It's just big conversations at the moment, and just cut straight to the conversation. The purpose of my call is to let you know it's business unusual. Our goal is still the same. The way we deliver it's changed a little bit, but we're still, my day's filled up with dealing with buyers who, we can match the properties we've got and those that will come onto the market. So if you're thinking of selling, we've certainly got buyers that we're holding, and and if they, a lot of people, Leanne, just think that the market must have halted based on the fact that everything else is in shutdown, not lockdown. And I just kind of say, don't forget there were a lot of people who just sold their houses February, March this year. And they
need to live somewhere.
I'm going to be homeless in like 60 days, 30 days or whatever. And, you know this well because we're very good friends, but my wife and I have been searching for an equine property for probably 5 years. We're just negotiating on one right now. And I've got so many people going, why would you do it now? Just wait. I'm going, wait for what? Like, what are you talking about? Well, the market might come back a bit yet. Well, I've tried to time the bottom of the market for 30 years. And
never. So exactly. You never get it.
I know when it's bottomed, typically about 3 months after it happens. So, and I'm not going to be buying this today like shares and selling it tomorrow. So I think my wife and I will be holding this property for some time. So and
it's very specific what you're looking for. So there's not a lot of choice, right?
And that's the challenge. So if they say the market shifted X% up or down, it doesn't really seem to matter. It's a bit like the equine properties we're looking at, Leanne, are a bit like a salad roll at an airport. Somehow you can justify a $20 purchase price, and nowhere else in the world did that happen. But because it's at an airport, a cup of coffee is $20 or something.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of stuff for us. But my message is, no real estate property has a board out the front, Lang & Simmons, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, with the ticket tech like the stock market saying, today it's worth 1.2. Yesterday it was worth 1.3. It's dropped 100. That doesn't happen. What we know is that properties are going to sell for the right price, market reality, whatever that is. This is only a challenging market for someone selling their last home, clearly. Yeah. But if you're going to be repurchasing again, well, the good news is that, when the tide of the market shifts, it shifts all houseboats with it. So, whether you're upscaling, downscaling, or whatever, your opportunities to sort of make a move now are better than they probably were 6 months ago, to be honest, because, whilst things are coming back a little bit, you can still make a move. Reputable companies are still offering great services, whether that be virtual or real. So, my message to your Lang & Simmons crew is you're part of a time-tested brand. It's very timely for today. In tough times, people gravitate to brands they know and like and trust. And so, this is the time to really be having conversations with people. And it's as simple as, hi, Leanne, Rick Rushton here, Lang & Simmons, just a neighbourly column, just to check, how are you doing, for goodness sake? Are you okay? Yep. And then, from there, they might say to you, well, how are you doing? It's like, oh, my day's just filled up with matching buyers to properties we've got, those that will come to the market. And so, we're incredibly busy still. Oh, wow, we would have thought the market was dead. How have you arrived at that thinking? Well, the news says this. Okay. Well, the news, we don't create the news. We just got to report it to you. Our news is we're still selling properties one at a time. We're showing homes one at a time. We're still getting offers multiple times. So it's still happening. It's just a case of whether or not you want to make it happen. No, we're going to stay put. We're uncertain about our job. We're uncertain about this. Okay, great. Respect that decision. And you and I need to chat again in a couple of months' time. But in the meantime, if you need anything, I'm out and about still showing property. So if I can drop off milk, bread, something, just let me know. And people will remember that, Leanne. I reckon what we do in the next 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks will be remembered 5 months from now. So my message to your team would be, get on the front foot, have conversations with purpose behind it. You know, don't go bloody saying it's business as usual, because they know it's not.
It's not,
and don't also talk, doom and gloom, because it's not that either. I think the reality is it's never as bad as people probably portray it to be, and it's never as good as everyone likes to think it is either. I think somewhere in between, that's really where it's at. You know, some of the strategies that I'm coaching around at the moment are the same as what we did during the GFC. That is, someone thinks they want to come on the market, not too sure, unaware, might wait and see what happens at the backside of this. Okay, well, let's have a look at how many homes were in your marketplace at your price point 2 months ago, a month ago. Let's have a look how many are there now. By the way, do you think that's going to increase on the other side of this? And the answer is obviously. So your competition at the moment is pretty low. The buyers that we're holding at the moment are highly qualified. So you won't get, volumes through your front door. But the great news is the volume is up with those ones that want to actually plug into your property. So let us have that opportunity. I think case studies like that are very proactive at the moment. But I think saying we've just sold property and we can do this and we do that, that's probably stretching the realms of reality at the moment. So just have your podcast is titled Courageous Conversations. My podcast that I do in collaboration with my good friend Peter Kakos is Voices of Value. I reckon if there's anything we're going to be at the moment, it's our two podcasts combined in terms of real estate professionals. Have a voice of value, have courageous conversations. And it's actually okay for a client to say, we're going to ride this thing out because we don't have to sell. We're going to ride this thing out because we're unsure about our job as a buyer at the moment. That's okay, but have a good conversation with them now so they remember you when this thing settles down the track. And that could be a few months, it could be 6 months. Who knows? No one really knows.
No one knows.
Just be someone who's had a courageous, value-added conversation right now that makes them go, you know what? I'm going to remember Leanne Pilkington from Lang & Simmons. That was a great call. She knew we weren't transacting, but she offered to drop off bread and milk or grab something for us or pick up something drop. That's an offer that I can tell you could offer that 100 times, and I reckon 99 people will say no, and one might say yes. But 100 people remembered you offered it. That's the message, I guess.
Yeah, that is a great message. And I am really super excited that you are going to come and talk to our team at 10:30 on Wednesday of next week, because that is exactly what they need to hear right now. I am so grateful that you're my friend. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for us right now. And I will look forward to seeing you on Wednesday via Zoom, but we will chat definitely before then.
I appreciate that, Leanne, and I am certainly the winner of that relationship. Don't you worry about that. And look forward to the team. And if they're watching me on a personal device, I'll be lifelike.
Yeah. All right. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye.